So I think conformity is one of the great tragedies of the human experience. The fact that we constantly seek to conform is a tragedy. It's the fact that we are burying our true natures just to be able to fit in. Now, why is that? It's because significance and relevance are at the heart of human desire. Everybody wants to be significant. Everybody wants to be relevant in some form or the other. There is nothing worse than being thought of as irrelevant, as being thought of as insignificant, as being thought of as unimportant. And we will do anything to matter. It's why we is why we want to be remembered, is why we sometimes dress up in the clothes that we dress up in, is why we adopt some weird hairstyles. We want people to notice us, right? But oddly enough, your desire for wanting to be noticed is actually proof that you are important. It's not an invalidation, it is proof. The fact that you desire to be important is actually proof that you are important. The problem is that we're going about things the wrong way, as we often tend to do, without realizing that the more we conform, the more we bury our real capacity of standing out, right? Because conformity is not how you were meant to be. uh, Creation itself is full of non-conformity. No two created things are exactly alike. No two created things are exactly the same. If you look at a tree, the same tree, the patterns on a single leaf are not exactly the same as the patterns on the next leaf of the same tree. The concept of standing out, of being different, of being unique. Uniqueness is a feature of creation. Nobody was meant to conform or to blend in to the point of being um, the same or being thought of as the same. Because when you're thought of as the same, you don't stand out. Now, it's because we have adopted this idea that in order for us to be thought of as relevant, we need to embrace the concept of what people think is important. That is why we look up to people, or we look in fashion magazines and we want to adopt the same hairstyles as the fashion models. We want to mirror the same haircuts. We want to look exactly like the person that we admire, because we feel that if we only reframe ourselves in their image, or reframe ourselves in their image, that we'll be able to stand out. But the opposite is the case. All you're doing is being a poor imitation of somebody else. You have your own path to follow. You have the things that stand you out. Your job is to find out what those things are and blow them up. Nobody who has ever achieved greatness in life, or who has ever achieved success in life, ever did it by conforming. They always did it by bucking the trend, by being nonconformists, by going against the grain. There's something uniquely beautiful about you. And if only you knew what those things are, you wouldn't be bothered by wanting to fit in, wanting to blend, wanting to toe the path of others. You would find your own path. When you find out what is distinct about you, you blossom. You truly become yourself. That is the most beautiful thing uh, that a human being can achieve. Not not just physical beauty. Physical beauty is great, but the more lasting sort of beauty, the more impactful sort of beauty is the beauty of the human spirit. And that comes with understanding who you truly are, what makes you distinctly unique, what makes you stand out from the other person. It's your responsibility to find that out for yourself. Others can point you on the journey, but it is your responsibility ultimately to find out what makes you uniquely beautiful. And when you find it, embrace it, because that's who you are. That is the person we're actually looking out for. We're not looking out for a poor imitation of somebody else. We've seen those other people. We're looking for you, for you, for you. What do you bring to the table? Find your beautiful and embrace it.